Hi everyone, it's Giselle with another message for today. I want to talk about being ready, feeling ready, but then things seemingly not happening, which is utterly frustrating. I want to share a story about my own situation. I don't normally share too much about myself because I don't feel it's relevant and I'm not here to put my life story on video, but I was watching Divine Love Crystal Grids, Nikki's video today, and she read one of my letters. And this is the reason why I felt like, oh my god, I reflected back on how I was exactly this time last year, and the difference is day and night. This time last year I hadn't made this channel up yet, because I was still finding my footing. I was already doing, readings for people and offering the spiritual coaching service, but not on a twin flame basis because I wasn't called to do it just yet, but I kept being pushed by my guidance, like, please do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So I did. I set it up in November. But this time last year, I asked Nikki for a letter because I felt lost. I had attracted a situation into my life that was less than desirable, and I felt, well, why is this happening to me? And at the same time, I was also being guided to watch videos about taking responsibility for what you attract into your life. And all I could think was, why in the world would I attract illness into my life? What the heck, And now I totally understand how that happens. And if I share my story, I feel that it may help you if you're finding yourself in a similar situation to help overcome and see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and that you do not have to be afraid and that whatever you may be stuck in, actually things can be reversed. Or uncreated, as I like to say, I like to call it. It gives it more power to not, to basically drive it out of existence rather than have to reverse it. It sounds so much hard work. So, where to begin? My title is Ready, but nothing's happening, or not seeing anything happening. I'm not actually sure. I think I'm going to call it Ready, but nothing's happening. And nothing is actually in quotes because we may think that nothing's happening, or we may think that we're experiencing the opposite, but things are happening behind the scenes. So, I was so ready this time last year to physically come into union and for things to finally take off the way that we had always planned together. And it's like, I couldn't understand. It's like, why are our plans being delayed? Why, I felt the energy was still so true to how we were when we first met, was we always wanted to come back together. And it didn't happen for us last year. I don't understand. Like, I couldn't understand. I do understand now. I just didn't understand back in the day. Back in the day, last year. But I also didn't understand that there was a lot of guilt that I was processing, not only from my situation with my twin, but from past events and relationships. And guilt creates so much negativity in your body that if you don't let go of it, it will start to manifest in illnesses, diseases, unwanted energies, nightmares, depression, mental states that don't serve you. It can be any array of things. But with me, it manifested in basically I go for a checkup every so many years to just make sure I was healthy. And this checkup came back saying that I needed further looks, further investigating. And I was like, oh my God, what the heck? I was always healthy. What was going on? And I now understand that through feeling guilty and through feeling like I basically could have handled things better than I did, I created a manifestation within me of this guilt, and it came out in this illness. And to this day, I'm not 100% sure whether the illness was just them mixing my samples up with someone else's, or me genuinely having attracted something bad. But what transpired was, as soon as I found out there was something quote unquote wrong, because now I see the value of what was wrong. I can't really figure out whether I just never had it and through my determination never, you know, believed that I had it, and then it came back that the test results were all kind of muddled and there was nothing wrong with me anyway, or whether I did in fact have something, but through my belief and my ability to heal myself, I healed myself, and therefore the results came back 100%, no trace of any illness in my body whatsoever. Either way, the result was the same, and the specialists who were taking care of me at the time were kind of confused. They're like, how do you go from a high level, almost life-threatening level of illness to nothing? Like, what? As if you never had it in the first place? But that, to me, proved my ability to heal myself, which is not magic. It's the law of attraction. But if I can heal myself, I can do anything. I can achieve anything. And I can still now have the life that I've always wanted. Nothing has been skipped or taken away from me or, removed from me. I have everything that I need to have the life that I want. I know it kind of sounds a little vague, but I don't want to get into too much detail about what happened to me because it's personal and yeah. But anyway, I heard similar stories about people who had some of them even had this, an illness from birth, and they managed to wipe it out, whether that's the inability to walk or, they were doomed, people diagnosed them saying that they were going to be crippled and they're never going to be able to walk. And they managed manifesting, I can't speak, sorry, I can walk. I can't speak. Okay, they manifested being able to walk, and some people manifested being able to see through eyes that biologically are dead. Some people managed to reverse the I don't know if it's hepatitis or HIV or something. They managed to manifest reversing all these things, and doctors are baffled and shocked and like, what is happening? And I did this for myself. I reversed. No, I wouldn't say reverse. I uncreated that situation that I was in that required many, many biopsies. And if I wasn't strong and believed in myself that I could do this, that I could get through it, I would have crumpled and maybe given up and allowed that to manifest in my body. And maybe today, I don't know where I'd be. Maybe really ill, maybe not here anymore. God knows. But I want you to believe in yourself. And when you think that something is hopeless, you have the ability to uncreate it. If I can do something like this, I'm sure that you can make, if not uncreate it completely, make good progress and steps in the right direction to where you want to be. And what I thought was nothing happening for me was actually teaching me great, great lessons in manifesting and creating the life of my dreams. Had I received last year what I've always wanted, I would have maybe not been as successful. Well, I probably wouldn't have set up this channel. And I would have just kind of carried on in a bit of a mediocre way. But through these challenges, through what seemingly could have been a death sentence, I decided to rise up and create the life that I've always wanted and more. Dreaming bigger, dreaming crazy big, where you think, well, that's not realistic. I don't care, it's my dream. I'll do whatever I want. Now that I have, it's kind of funny. It's like getting a new zest for life after feeling that life is being taken away. Well, not taken away, but like that you may not have control over how long you're gonna have your life for anymore. It's like, oh my God, I don't want to be mediocre. I want to be the most amazing me that I could possibly be. And so when you think nothing is happening, something's happening. It's just maybe not the exact thing of what you had envisioned. Like I wanted reunion. I didn't get that, but I got something far different. Looking back at it now, it's something far more empowering for me that I first, well, not that reunion wouldn't be great, but now I value the power that I had in that situation, whereas back then I viewed it as, oh my goodness, I've been just, what did I do to deserve this? I felt like I had been thrown into a black hole and everyone will just forget about me almost. I know that sounds really dramatic. But when you're really ill and you don't really know how to get yourself out of it, things can start to feel really desperate. But I want you to know that you don't have to give up and that you can attract back the life that you want. In fact, attract a better life than you had already imagined for yourself. And when we think nothing is happening, things are happening because the world is ever changing, the world is ever evolving, plants are always growing. It's just that, are we creating more of the same? More of what we think may be worse situations for us, or are we creating the life that we want? And I feel that I needed that event, even though it was awful and I don't wish it on anybody. I needed that event to bring me into my truth and into my power, and to truly realize none of these half-assed baby manifestations of I want to change my hair color, none of that nonsense. This was the full-blown, you're gonna rid yourself of an illness. I mean, wow, what a challenge, right? But I did it. The divine and I succeeded. And I want you to feel like you're going to succeed, whatever your situation may be. I hope it's not as dramatic as mine, I really do. But when you think that nothing's happening, things aren't always as they seem, and things could well be unfolding in the background that you're not aware of. So I hope that this has inspired you. If you'd like to connect with me, then my details are in the link. And thank you all so very much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.